obviously we need in this handler the case click of, just like we did with the mouse click handler. And now that we have the complete code of our plugin, this is the end of the tool and this is the end of the plugin, let's evaluate and see if it's going to run. By simply pressing Ctrl E or selecting Evaluate All from the list, we create this plugin. We got in the listener the message that lid box was created and an OK in the end. So now let's go and search for it. On the list, that means in the category, there is in Autodesk Podcast, there is a button called lid box. If we click this button, click in the viewport and start dragging, we get the box which is behaving just like a regular box. But if I release the mouse now, there is no additional creation going on. We can create another and a third one and a fourth one, but the thickness is predefined to 1 as we set it in the parameter block, and the length and the width can be changed with the mouse and then later with the parameters. Obviously we can go to the modifier tab and then change the parameters of our boxes. Now that we have the base of our object, let's save the script so far as lid box step 1 and continue by adding another parameter. Let's call it height. We'll have a default of 0 and another spinner. Note that the order of the spinners doesn't have to match the order of the parameters in the parameter block. So we take the SPN height name here and the height here, and we will change the build mesh handler a little bit. In order to accommodate the sides, we want to make the bottom a little bit smaller. So we'll take the width and we'll subtract from it 2 times and a little bit of the thickness. You'll see soon why. For the length, we'll do the same. We'll take the thickness almost twice and we'll subtract it from the length, and we'll leave the height as it is. We will also create another instance of a box which we'll call side box. In this case we will use the thickness itself as the parameter. The length will be just the same, and the height will be the actual height of our complete box, the new parameter that we just added. And the front box will be similar, but for the width we'll use the actual width parameter. For the length we will use the thickness only, and for the height we'll keep the height. Now at this point, if we would assign the bottom mesh and add to the same mesh also the side box mesh and the front box mesh, we would get a union of these meshes, but the 2 new boxes would be crossed exactly at the origin, because the create instance call always creates a box at 0, 0, 0 at the origin and doesn't have an option to move it somewhere else. So if we would evaluate this and take a look at the resulting lid box, if we increment the height, we get 2 walls exactly in the middle. We can make them thicker. But we want them to be one on the left, one on the right side, one in front and one on back. So in order to do this,